Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Noah Unleashed. If you're new here, hi. I'm Melball Collins, and I like Japanese wrestling. And Noah Unleashed is a weekly review and news show from my favorite Japanese wrestling, pro wrestling Noah. If you're not new here, welcome back to the glorious chaos that is Melball Collins as her camera goes crazy. Hello. Hello. So, we got a great show to talk about today, but before I get into that, I need you to like the video, subscribe to OLE, and turn on notifications to be announced, to be alerted every time we drop a new video. So, today, I have a special coming out today. So, we're doing a two-show special because New Departure was 2 days. So, we're going to be talking about New Departure Day 1, New Departure Day 2, some big shit happened. I'm a little traumatized. It's taken me a bit to deal with the fallout of this one. It's kind of felt like almost like a WrestleMania weekend without feeling like a WrestleMania weekend. There's a lot of crazy things happening. We had title matches. We had a surprise person show up on night 1. We had surprises night 2. So without further ado, let's get into the trauma. So, just a random to start off here with the show. The crowd was on absolute fire both nights. They were just so loud, so excited to be there. I loved it. It's the loudest I've heard a Japanese crowd. They're usually pretty quiet. They're usually pretty subdued. This was phenomenal. So loud, so on fire, ready to go. So we opened up night 1 with a tag match between Daiki Odashima and Naomichi Marufuji taking on Kenta and the Sunshine Hero Junta Miyawaki. So it was nice to see the kind of paths kind of crossing again of Kenta and Marufuji in this one. It'd been a hot minute. It was nice to see them converge again, and it kind of felt like nothing really changed. We saw Odashima coming in hot in this match, really testing Miyawaki at one point, yeeting him around, trying like just outpacing Miyawaki, but he does get caught eventually when Kenta gets in a Boston Crab. There was an inverted DDT followed by a sunshine suplex by Miyawaki on Odashima, but it is broken up by Marufuji. The finish came. Miyawaki picks up Odashima for a sunshine driver, but Marufuji comes in, hits him with one of those hook kicks, followed by a jumping knee. Odashima capitalizes, takes out the legs, folds him up, rolls into like this kind of like jackknife figure 4 looking thing, pins Miyawaki for a big win. I lost my mind. I was like, wow, this is how we're opening the show with Daiki Odashima picking up a win over Junta Miyawaki, who's just coming off of an GHC Jr Heavyweight Championship match against Yohei in June. This blew my mind, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a phenomenal show. So yeah, I popped real hard for this one. I didn't care that it was 3:30 in the morning and that I probably woke up my neighbor. I didn't get any angry thuds for this night, which I'm surprised at because I got pretty excited. So yeah, big win for Odashima. Made me very, very happy to see. From here, we're going to move on. Match number 2, night 1, was a 6-man tag match featuring Dragon Bane, Alpha Wolf, and Super Crazy taking on Will Kroos, Shuhei Taniguchi, and Hajime Ohara. I enjoyed there was a little bit right at the beginning of the match there where it kind of looked like Super Crazy and Dragon Bane were kind of like talking to Alpha Wolf like, you gonna nom anybody? Of course he's gonna nom on people. The man is hungry.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
You're always hungry.
I'm hungry. 배고파.
Hungry. Feed the man. So Ohara Dragon Bane at the beginning here having a great lucha spot. At one point, Ohara flipping through a reversal and just kind of doing a handstand roll. It was really, really fun exchange between the two of them. Alpha Wolf, of course, coming in and nomming on Will Kroos, but Will Kroos hits that clothesline, followed by the lariat, followed by that big senton onto Alpha Wolf. Lucha sequences with the luchas. It did just so much happening. I can't even begin to call, and I'm still learning, so bear with me. Enjoy. And a big lucha pose by the luchas after, which I I loved it. It was really cute. Ohara and Kroos laughing about it on the outside as well. It was a lot of fun in this match. So Kroos catching Los Golpeadores and tossing them both. Just I believe it was Alpha Wolf and kind of like that hold Dragon Bane on top, or maybe vice versa. I can't remember, but he tosses both of them like it was nothing. Body slams for everyone by Taniguchi except for Kroos. Kroos came in and Taniguchi tried to body slam Will Kroos onto Ohara, but he couldn't pick him up. So Kroos just picked him up and did it for him. It was no big deal. Just carry on with the match. Ohara with a big drop kick to Los Golpeadores, followed by tilt-a-whirl backbreakers for everyone. But the finish comes, Dragon Bane hitting the shooting star press on Ohara for the win. This was such a fun match. I love seeing these combination of guys. I love seeing these combination of matches. There's some places where I see 6-man, 8-man, 10-man matches coming out, and I'm like, why? Anytime I see it in Noah, I just know it's going to be something fun and they're going to tell something, some kind of story in there. This tour, it has definitely been Alpha Wolf's nom-nomming, and I love it because everyone's in on it and it looks so good. It's such good entertainment. So, moving on to match number 3 of night 1, we have an 8-man tag match. Passionate Rattel taking, so the combination of Yuro Kikuchi, Daiki Inaba, Saxon Huxley, and Manabu Soya taking on an interesting combination team here of Ulka Sasaki, Eita, Black Mansory, and Amaska. So, a few points in this match. There was one point where Inaba was unleashing his Jonetsu all over Sasaki, just absorbing everything that Sasaki was throwing at him. Kikuchi with his patented handspring to Eita, but Eita does kind of Samoa Joe walk it off. However, he does get caught in that little bouncy lucha arm drag that Kikuchi is also known for doing that I love. There's a team attack by Passion Ratels on Amaska with the Passion Shake at the end there by Soya and Huxley. Moving on here, okay, Amaska doing his absolute best against Huxley, but as mentioned on commentary, it was a very distinct imbalance in the ring there with a junior versus a heavyweight, nearly getting tossed over the corner turnbuckle at one point, and I'm laughing because I'm like, uh-oh, he's gonna take out the corner cam. But yeah, doing his absolute best against Huxley. Huxley too strong. There's one point where there's a pin attempt that Amaska just keeps trying to do. Huxley just keeps kicking out of it. They ended up with a double choke backbreaker performed by Huxley on Amaska. So everyone starts popping off their moves at this point. Everyone just in doing all their stuff, clearing the ring, ending with a tope suicida by Amaska. So going into the finish, we see Manabu Soya with a huge lariat on Black Mansory for the win. Ew. And then that was kind of the story in this one, that Black Mansory was kind of under the skin, pun intended, of Passion Rattel, specifically Soya, and Soya really went after him in this match. It was an inside-out lariat. This, as commentary said, one of the top 3 lariats in professional wrestling you do not want to take. Really fun match though for me, and really kind of, brings back Passion Rattel's. They've been kind of going through some ish with Inaba winning the tag titles, with Soya not being able to pick up any singles wins, and kind of being the downfall in some of these multi-men matches. And then on top of that, we have the ever stressful feud between Hayata and Yohei, which is coming to a head to this night. We're going to get to that. But for now, we're going to move on into match 4, which was a tag team match featuring Team 2000 action, the combination of Daga and Takashi Sugiura taking on Tetsuya Endo and Atsushi Kotoke. So, to start off here, we had Endo and Sugiura having a great I put data grabbing. I think I meant Daga. Endo and Sugiura having a great start, but Daga grabbing the leg early on to distract Endo on the outside there. Kotoge and Daga keeping that pace up. Daga is someone who, like, every time I see him, I'm like, he's so good. He's so quick, and he works so well with absolutely everybody he gets into the ring with. So Takashi grabbing the face of Kotoge when Daga is in with Kotoge, allowing Daga to do some strikes on the ropes there. Kotoge absorbing strikes from Sugiura and then hitting his own headbutt. Endo with a backflip double kick, followed by that Sasuke or Endo special to the outside. There was a delayed avalanche brainbuster by Sugiura on Endo. God damn, those things look rough. And the bounce that Endo got on that, just, oof, brutal. Daga coming in against Endo, but getting that powerbomb backbreaker that Endo likes to do. The finish comes with Daga pushing Kotoge into the ref, and then Sugiura hitting a lariat on Kotoge, and then Daga hitting that Diablo wings for the win. This was a dominant match. Very dominant by Team 2000X. Not to take anything away from Kotoge and Endo. I felt that they actually worked very, very well together, and I actually wouldn't mind seeing them work together in the future, and also maybe throwing Hajime Ohara in there. That three could be a deadly combo. That being said, though, I had mentioned that I was curious about what would be kind of going on here with Team 2000X and their tag kind of combinations. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. So, at this point in the show, we heard some familiar music. I heard some familiar chants from the crowd. And we got Go Shiozaki. He's back. He's back. He has been gone since January due to a knee issue, but according to him, he is clear. He is ready to come back, and he will be returning in August. I believe he is going to be wanting to join in the N1. I haven't seen the announcement yet, so maybe he's in there, maybe he's not. I don't know. I hope he is. It's talking like he is. So, we're going to hopefully see him there. And right after this, we get a backstage kind of interview thing kind of going on where Shiozaki is approached by Harutoki of All Rebellion, and then he requests a match with him. So we will see Harutoki taking on Go Shiozaki on August 11th. I am excited because that means we get to hear Harutoki's music, and it's so happy and it's going to be so fun. Yes, I am all for this. I am so excited. First great news of the night. So we're going to move on from here into match number 5 of night 1, which was an 8-man tag match featuring All Rebellion, the combination of Kaito Kiyomiya, Galeno, Harutoki, and Alejandro, with Kai Fujimura in their corner, taking on Team 2000X, the combination of Jack Morris, Owadasan, Tadasuke, and Member X. Also with Yoshi Tatsu, obviously. For some reason, my notes auto-corrected Tatsu to Hashi, though. Wouldn't that have been a thing? Anyway, X was revealed to be past member of the Noah locker room, Null. Really, 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 really tall. Really, 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 really big guy. Big boy, as Jack Morris was saying throughout the match. So let's get into it, you guys. Jack is back! And Jack is jacked. Jesus goodness. Showing off to Kiyomiya until Kiyomiya starts mocking him and kind of ticking him off on the outside there. The team attacks team attack on Tadasuke by All Rebellion. Owadasan with his butt wipes. He's doing a lot of butt wipes lately. I don't understand it, but it's hilarious to watch. The team alienating Harutuki in this one. This was kind of that story. They were kind of breaking him down for a bunch of the mats until he pushes Tadasuke into Owadasan, pushing Owadasan off the apron and gets some time, and hits an Insaguri to get some time to crawl back into the corner. Kiyomiya comes in cleaning house, as Kiyomiya does. Picture perfect frog splash though by Jack Moyes. Just everything about it was so perfect. Oh my gosh, so good. Okay, anyway, Alejandro with that tiger fang kick. I finally know what that is. That little 619 thing out there. Tiger fang kick. Or sorry, just tiger. Yeah, tiger fang kick with a double drop kick too. Tadasuke and Owadasan, followed by a tope suicida. So the finish? Wow, I am tired. The finish comes with Null coming in and taking out All Rebellion with body slams and then hitting Alejandro with a massive choke slam for the win. The team picks up a dominant win here. Yeah, I kind of in the back of my mind thought it could potentially be Null coming in with as X. I'm interested to see what happens with him because anytime Team 2000X brings in a new member, it just suddenly becomes that new person suddenly becomes the prominent fixture of the company because they end up doing so good. So I'm very excited for this for Null and for Team 2000X. They now got another heavyweight in the group for contention. We're going to see how that kind of plays out, and we'll kind of talk about it later in the show on night 2. So we're going to move. We're going to move into the match that stressed me out the frackin' most. Going into this match, going into the night, even after figuring out afterwards what these things meant, I was like, I am stressed. I wrote a song about it in my madness spiraling of this one to be our guest, and it's I am stressed, this Melball is such a mess. Let's get into it, because I can't take it anymore. GHC Jr. Heavyweight Championship match. Hey, defending against his brother from another mother, his couple, his blonde couple, his wife, HAYATA. Let's get into it. Toe hold by HAYATA early on, but he's so close to the ropes that he ends up just kind of bouncing off of them, rolling Yohei through, and then reapplies the toe hold. He tried to step on the toe, but Yohei was just a little too wiggly. Pravat by Yohei, on Yohei. Yohei did do it at one point in the match as well, but this particular one was done on Yohei by HAYATA, taking him to the ground. Yohei going for the double knee to the back of the head on the ropes, but HAYATA avoids and then hits an Insaguri to the back of the head on Yohei. There's a Tope Koni Hilo by Yohei on HAYATA, which he follows up with a missile dropkick back inside the ring. HAYATA going for his handspring, but Yohei kicks him in the back of the head. However, HAYATA gets right back up and hits a Falcon Arrow. A crazy series of reversals until Yohei hits a freaking crazy Canadian destroyer out of nowhere. There was HAYATA reversing a Gamanji into a facebuster. Yohei going for the top rope Gamanji only to be powerbombed by HAYATA instead. And the finish comes. Yohei goes to the top, hits his bamboo dragonfly for the win, and retains the GHC Junior Heavyweight Championship over his heterosexual life partner, HAYATA. I was like, gosh dang, okay, well, this is good. This is done. We can go back to Passion Ratels. Yay! Now, HAYATA asks for a divorce. And at first, I didn't really know what that meant. I thought that just meant that he was accepting that Yohei was on this singles thing and that, he was just going to kind of do his own thing. I did not know that this meant that HAYATA was leaving Passion Ratels. So this is why I'm traumatized, because just when I thought I could relax about this stuff, they just threw something else at me. And now I see that there have been two match announcements for Hayata, one with Tetsuya Endo, one with Elka Sasaki, and I'm sitting here like, you know what? We're gonna take it though. We're gonna take it, because what else can we do? The silent of darkness, has spoken. This is what he wants to do. They shook on the divorce. Even if it breaks my heart, they shook on the divorce. So, as I am sitting here losing my mind about this, so a familiar whistle starts echoing through the building, and some familiar music starts playing. And Hiromu Takahashi is suddenly on my screen. And my sadness was temporarily pushed aside because I'm like, what does this mean? What's going on? We had a little exchange of words. Hiromu Takahashi wanting a taste of the junior division that Pro Wrestling Noah has to offer, and a match is set up for night 2. It ends up being the team of Passion RATEL'S, Yohei and Yuto Kikuchi taking on Hiromu Takahashi and Asuka. I will be talking about that in a little bit. But first, I have to talk about the chaos of the next match, because the chaos God himself was in it. Main event, match number 7. GHC Heavyweight Championship match. The champion, Ozawa, taking on the kickman himself, Kenoh. Let's get into this, guys, because this was a doozy. Ozawa, in his selfie era, sitting there taking a selfie, taking picture, taking video of Kenoh as the match is trying to start. This was a funny angle for me for Ozawa. I love how every feud he seems to be in, it is explicitly catered to each and every single one. It just, the thought is so good. So Ozawa with a PK kick, then a standing moonsault, followed by Ozawa using a Kenoh fisting taunt. On the outside, Kenoh tosses the champ around into the barricades, and then starts doing the Ozawa talent. I can't even do it justice. It was I cackled. It was hilarious to watch. Ozawa, though, turning the tables, pulling a Chris Jericho, only better, by stealing the cameraman's camera and getting in there and filming Kenoh with the camera. Now it was an upgrade from the phone camera. I lived. I just, this was really funny. Ozawa hitting a springboard swanton bomb, followed by a springboard moonsault. Just, oh, he's so good, so chaotic, but so good. So Ozawa tying Kenoh up in a paradise lock, and then, you know, just hopping on top of him and just spanking that booty. Just, I'm sitting there like, this is not going to end well for you. Kenoh is he's fuming already. He is now as red as his pants. He's mad. He stands up then and does a little sexy dance before doing a drop kick to release the paradise lock. Oh my god. This match, again, chaos. But it was an entertaining chaos. There was still so much good wrestling happening that the goofy stuff that was happening in it it was almost like just a pacing mechanism for the match. So Kenoh at one point interrupting the breakdance only to perform his own and do even like a freeze on a headstand splits, which, hey, good job, Kenoh. That was freaking cool. I can't do that. But Ozawa drop kicking him into the corner and then showing him how it's done. How it's done. Okay, anyway, nice kicks by Kenoh until Ozawa decided to snack on Kenoh's ankle, taking a page out of Alpha Wolf's book. Kenoh with a Tope con Hilo to the team on the outside there. Ozawa locking on the Kenoh special. Ozawa is just known for stealing everyone's moves. Kenoh, no different. Kenoh does make it to the ropes, though. These two launch into a series of reversals until Kenoh hits a snapdragon just like out of desperation to survive at this point. The team stops Kenoh on the top, but Ozawa and Ozawa regains control. Super snapdragon suplex by Kenoh for 2, followed by a BMS double stomp kick. Double stomp, but Tatsu pulls out the ref for the 3 count. Ozawa holds Kenoh while Jack Morris readies a lariat, but Kenoh does duck, and Morris takes out Ozawa. Ozawa then dirty kick to Kenoh's family jewels, and then he has a moment of madness. He's just throwing his arms around, running around the ring. Again, this chaos nature that Ozawa just lives, sleep, eats, breathes. It's so good. It's so entertaining. So anyway, moment of madness. Kenoh pose on the outside, just over and over and over again. And then Ozawa hitting the BMS double stomp, but Kenoh manages to kick out. Ozawa then starts just going through all of his finish moves, just going through everything, trying to put Kenoh down. It's not working. The hurricane kick that Ozawa is very known for, going for that, Kenoh just boots him right in the face, and this is where things start to go for a downward spiral for the champion. Finish comes. A Pele kick from Kenoh. And, it's an interesting Pele kick. Just the way it ends up, the way he twists himself. He kicks in that super sweet spot right there. Ozawa out on his feet. He goes down. And the referee calls the match. It was a TKO. And Ozawa begins to be tended to on the side there, bringing out a stretcher. Are they not? Are they gonna? Are they not? Are they gonna? Ozawa ends up being carried out while Kenoh is able to finally celebrate winning the GHC Heavyweight Championship and immediately issues a challenge for Night 2 to defend against his good friend and trusted colleague, Kenta. Kenta accepts, and the match is set up for Day 2, Kenoh versus Kenta for the GHC World Heavyweight Championship. So that brings us to the end of Night 2. I've managed to keep it pretty good. I'm just going to set up my notes here for Night... Oh no, that takes care of Night 1. Now we're going into Night 2. Okay. Night 2. Here we go, guys. Night 2 of the Pro Wrestling Noah 25th anniversary event, New Departure, July 20th. We start off with Kenta Kobashi coming into the ring. He congratulates Noah on his 25th anniversary and invites Kenta and Kenoh to the ring to kind of spectacle and showcase them. It was a fun, nice little professional way to start the show. I loved it. We got to see Kenta Kobashi again. I am not going to complain about that. He looked great. So yeah, great way to start off the show here. We're going to go into match 1. Match 1, Night 2, was a tag team match featuring Muhammad Yone and Super Crazy taking on Aka Sasaki and Junta Miyawaki. So I was so excited for this show. So excited for this show. I had so much fun with Night 1. Night 2 can only get better. And it just did. So, okay, Super Crazy denying Miyawaki that arm drag, even patting him on the head, but Miyawaki not being deterred, he ends up hitting his second rope plancha on the outside. Yone and Sasaki exchanging strikes and kicks, and we still saw that little fun side of Yone, but he turned up the serious notch quite a bit to kind of compete with Sasaki, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was a great look. So I lost my notes. Where are we? There we are. The finish comes with Yone hitting that Japanese-style Kiniku Buster, which we would recognize as the Muscle Buster, on Miyawaki for the win. Miyawaki and not having a good couple of days at New Departure, but I have faith that he can come back from this stronger, better. Maybe we'll see him pop up in the N1. I wouldn't mind that. Get some redemption for Miyawaki. Yone then proceeds to make an announcement, about his show that is happening on August 25th. And the first match coming out of it is going to be a 6-man tag match, which I'm so excited about, featuring himself, Muhammad Yone, and teaming with him will be Naomichi Marufuji and this is a new one. I hope I'm saying it right. Daisuke Ikeda. And they're going to be taking on the team of Go Shiozaki, Atsushi Kotoge, and Shuhei Ishikawa. We see the former hardcore champion back in the ring. I'm excited for this. Shiozaki was also on commentary, Japanese commentary at this point. He was like, hey, yeah. I'm like, this is great. Already looking like a great show. So from here, we're going to go into match number 2 of night 2, which was a 6-man tag match featuring Kazuyuki Fujita, Will Kroos, and Daiki Odashima, taking on Passion RATEL'S, Saxon, Huxley, Manabu, Soya, and Daiki Inaba. So, Fujita, Kroos, and Odashima all having their little energy drinks at the beginning of the show, and I love it. I love that he does that, and I love how it came into play later in the match. The Daikis are damn fast. Holy crap. 2 very different ages, 2 very, very different styles, 2 very different sizes. And they work so good. They're so fast, so good, and both so damn strong. So crazy. They were going until Inaba does stop Odashima with a backbreaker. So, Soya. I almost said Foya. Soya coming in and demanding an energy drink from Fujita, and I was like, is that really? You're already clearly doing so much passion, sir. I don't know if you need any of that. I don't remember what was in it. It started Genki drink? I don't know. Anyway, mine are fizzy, so I don't know. I would drink more if they came in those little bottles, though, let me tell you. Okay, anyway, back to the focus, Melball. Soya demands an energy drink. Fujita gives him an energy drink. Passionate chaos ensues as these two just start running into each other. Shoulder blocks. Tons of crazy shit happening here until Soya tosses Fujita, and then Fujita comes back. John Ensa! Back and forth. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. So Kroos and Saxon coming in, colliding a brick wall, hitting another brick wall, just like Galeno and Kroos. Not giving an inch until they do that crossbody and both men down. But Kroos does manage to get up and hit a really big lariat. So there's a passion party train on with Inaba hitting those battering ram spears and a cross body on Kroos in the corner. Finish comes. Odashima almost pinning Huxley, almost pinning him. I thought that was going to be the win, but Huxley comes back, tossing Odashima and grabbing him for the Jonitsu bomb, which is that double sit-out choke bomb, for the win. For the win. Yeah. So happy. Passion RATEL'S needs this. They need this. They just lost HAYATA, and it's making me sad. And it's probably making everyone else sad. I know Kikuchi made a post about it on Twitter. He's sad. Everyone's sad. But the Passion Brothers are doing everything they can to keep the passion alive in Passion RATEL'S. So what I wanted to mention, there was one point where the last Sunny Voyage show, I believe it was the 13th, Daiki Inaba falling to Takashi Sugiura, and I was wondering what was going to happen with that. If that was if something was going to come with that, was Sugiura going to consider grabbing a teammate and challenging? And my question has been answered. We will see the Jonitsu duo taking on the team of Takashi Sugiura and Daga, and we will see that on July 27th, so 1 week from now. I'm excited. You guys should be too, because that's gonna be a killer match. So, from here, we're going to move on to match number 3. This is a 6-man tag match featuring Tetsuya Endo, Dragon Bane, and Alpha Wolf taking on the team of Naomichi, Marufuji, Eita, and Shuji Kondo. So, beginning of this, Endo and Marufuji having a fun little bit, fixing each other's hair, exchanging chops, doing the leg spot where they catch the leg, put it down on 3. Lots of fun with that one. And what I love about these guys is they never break. They never break. Ever. Alpha Wolf. Guess what he did? He nom-nommed. He nom-nommed on Eita before forcing Eita to eat the boots of Dragon Bane and Endo in the corner. Kondo coming in, hitting Endo with a big spear, but Endo does come back with his handspring kick. There were some rapid-fire kicks from Marufuji on Alpha Wolf. There was an inside-out lariat by Kondo and a thrust kick from Eita on Dragon Bane. And I didn't write down that was the finish, but that was the finish. Kondo and Eita coming together to pick up a win over Dragon Bane. And immediately I'm like, hey, wait a sec. That's one of the tag champs. What does that mean? Well, Eita explained that immediately to me. It meant that he should be challenging. He should be challenging for a title match, and he did. Eita and Shuji Kondo have officially challenged Los Copiadores for their GHC Junior Heavyweight Championships. I know I have the match card for it. I can't remember what the date is. It's on there. You should see it over there anyway. I'm excited. I can't wait. I was hoping that it would be Katoge and Ohara first, but Kondo and Eita have been working very, very well together as well. I think they're a very, very cohesive team, and they have that. They're starting to have that unnecessary communication absence to be able to just go through their moves. So I think that's going to be a good match. I'm excited for it. Whatever day it is, make sure you watch it. So from here, we're going to go on to match 4. Match number 4. This one's, I'm just going to be giving you guys the eliminations because this was a crazy cupcakes match, and it was a little hard at times for me to keep up. When I watched it the second time, I was like, I had so many notes, and I'm like, I still have 2 more matches to talk about. I can't. We can't put too many details in here. But if you guys love those kinds of matches that you would have seen in New Japan with these elimination style 10-man tag matches, this is exactly what you would expect. This is a great match that shows off each individual team member, their strengths and subsequently weaknesses as they're going into this. So let's get into this match, you guys. Again, elimination 10-man tag match. Team 2000X, Jack Morris, Daga, Null, Tadasuke, and Owadasan taking on All Rebellion, Kaito Kiyomiya, Galeno, Harutoki, Alejandro, and Kai Fujimura. So, the first elimination comes with Owadasan pinning Fujimura with a backslide after kicking him in the family jewels. Naughty. Kiyomiya then takes out Tadasuke with a Shining Lancer. Null takes out Alejandro by tossing him out, like just picking him up and yeeting him onto All Rebellion because this was an over-the-top rope elimination as well as pin and submission. Harutoki is taken out by Null with a choke slam, but not without the help of Morris and Daga, who hit him with a pump kick and a backcracker, respectively. Kiyomiya pins Daga after a series of pin attempts and reversals. Galeno pinning Jack Morris after a Michinoku driver. Galeno and Null both tumbling over the top rope and eliminating both themselves after Galeno does try to hit the lariat on Null while he's backed up against the ropes. Owadasan and Kiyomiya are the 2 left standing in this one. These 2 are going back and forth, and it looks like Kiyomiya is starting to get a little bit ahead of Owadasan when suddenly a wild Ozawa appears. and hits Kiyomiya with a missile drop kick. His, what I heard commentary say, I think, was Big Bang Edge, which is a gut wrench single arm sit out power bomb. Looks kind of similar to a Last of the Dragon. And then hits the real Rebel, and then pulls in Owadasan, who then he doesn't pin him, he tosses Kiyomiya over the top rope, and Owadasan wins the 10-man elimination match. I had a moment of not like this, but then I'm like, what do you mean not like this? This is Team 2000X by any means necessary. They get the win. They got the win. I can't complain about that. I mean, I could, but why would I? So post-match, Ozawa is praising Owada-san. Just really, you did the best. You did so good. I love it. And then Owada-san proclaims that he is so strong that there is no one in Noah strong enough to contend with him. And he says he's going to go overseas and he's going to find stronger competition. So it looks like Owada-san is going to be going on excursion, and that his send-off match is going to be against his Team 2000X leader, Ozawa, and that match is going to come August 16th. That being said, we can expect Owada-san possibly be showing up where overseas? Which sea are you flying over, my guy? Where? Are you coming over here? Because yes, I will come. I don't care where you are in the province of Alberta. If it's Calgary, if it's Medicine Head, if it's Prince Albert, I don't care. I don't care. If you come to Alberta, I will come to any company to see you. Please come to Canada. Please. Please. Anywho, if you do find Owada-san popping up in your area, do your Melball a favor. Go check him out. It's going to be a great, great match to see. He is so good for only being, a couple of years into his career now. So good. Anyway, okay, I'm going to stop gushing about Owada-san. We're going to move on to match number 5, which was a special tag team match that I had mentioned that had been booked on night 1, which is Yohei and Yuto Kikuchi taking on Hiromu Takahashi and Asuka. Oh, this was so good. I had so much fun with this. So Yohei and Takahashi start, and they start with their miming. They're doing their wild boy stuff, and I can't complain about it because it's why I love them so much. Kikuchi doing the rope walk and tossing Hiromu with that arm drag. Kikuchi also hitting a beautiful tope con hilo, followed by his Jonitsu chant. I am so happy to see Yohei and Kikuchi both accepting the Jonitsu. We saw this throughout the match with Yohei getting excited and also doing the muscles like, hey. Anyway, doing the muscles like Soya does. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. Asuka able to flip through the double team of the RATEL'S, and that was freaking cool to see. Takahashi reverses the double team, tossing Kikuchi into Yohei for a shoulder block, and then lifting Yohei up and making him head scissors Kikuchi. Fun little reversal there. Yohei randomly flexing throughout the match was just... it was giving me joy because I'm like, it was confusing and baffling Takahashi. Tilt-a-whirl side slam by Takahashi on Yohei. An avalanche Frankensteiner followed by the time bomb, but only for 2. The finish comes. Asuka hitting a tope suicida on Kikuchi, and then Takahashi hits the time bomb too and pins Yohei, GHC Jr Heavyweight Champion, for the win. And now my stress is back up again. Because now we have Hiromu Takahashi, a junior legend, pinning the current GHC Junior Heavyweight Champion. I'm stressed, but I'm excited because that means we're getting a one-on-one title match very, very soon. And Takahashi challenges officially after this match, saying Yohei looks lonely. He'll give him something he won't forget. I bet he will. August 11th, we'll get to see it. I'm excited though, despite what my demeanor would tell you, because I'm still a little depressed about the night before's actions because we are now going into the main event and I had no HAYATA. No HAYATA tonight. Anyway, main event though, match number 6, GHC Heavyweight Championship match. The champion Kenoh in his first defense taking on the Black Sun Kenta. That's freaking good. These guys, they are better enemies than friends. They really are. They put on phenomenal matches together, but they put even better matches on against each other. And I think the last 7 months has really proved that. So let's get into the match here. Pacing things perfectly. These guys, it was like watching the guy version of Takumi and Utami. It was so good. There was nice swells where they were kind of taking it slow and doing like technical stuff, and then swells where they started doing strikes and stuff, and then they take it back down with the submissions. Really, really great flow of pacing. Lots of strikes. Obviously, I would expect no less. There was a spot with the PK trade-offs where Kenoh was demanding Kenta sit down, then he would sit down and demand kicks. Kenoh very much controlling the narrative once he did start getting into control, but Kenta very, very dominant in this first bit and subsequently the last bit also, just maintaining absolute control. So, Kenta, oh, wait a minute. Kenta first hitting a sleeper, getting on a sleeper, and then a triangle choke on Kenoh. And the triangle choke became a thing throughout the match. He hit it a number of times. Hit it. Why does he hit it? He's not hitting it. He's putting it on. He's putting on the triangle choke throughout the match quite a bit. Kenoh with a double stomp to the chest of Kenta on the apron from the top turnbuckle. Kenta with a green killer on the outside using the barricades instead of the rope. He also had a John Woo kick in the corner a number of times. Dragon suplex hold by Kenoh for 2. There was the John Woo to Kenoh who was stuck in the Tree of Woe at one point. The finish comes, you guys, with Kenta hitting the GTS and pinning Kenoh to win the GHC World Heavyweight title. You guys, first defense, and the champion falls, and we have a new champion. This is phenomenal. I have been waiting for Kenta to hold a singles title in Japan for a bit, just from the shows that I am watching, keeping in mind I was only really watching DDT and New Japan. Now I'm kind of almost exclusively Noah. I saw Kento in title pictures, but I didn't see him winning them as much. Whereas you put him in America, he won the Defy title pretty quickly. And honestly, earned that one. But still, I've been waiting for him to have a high-ranking top-tier title in Japan for a bit. I'm so happy that he has this title now. And then, as he's celebrating, Kenta and Kenoh, as I had mentioned earlier, at the beginning there, kind of like a foreshadowing, if you will. Kenta having words with Kenoh and saying he does believe that these two are better apart than they are together. So, not only do we have HAYATA leaving Passion RATEL'S the night before, now we have Kenoh saying, hey, I don't necessarily want to tag with you anymore. Okay. Three Racha broke up, and I'm sad. But Kenoh is Kenta is champion, and I am very, very, very happy about that. We then see the next challenger for the GHC World Heavyweight, or sorry, just GHC Heavyweight Championship, Naomichi Marufuji, comes out and officially makes the challenge to Kenta, which Kenta accepts. And I didn't write down the date again, but I know I have the match card. It's right here. It's right here. And I know there's something else going on that same day. I feel like it is the same night. Oh, it's on my other notes. It's the same night, I believe, that Harutoki is taking on Go Shiozaki, which I believe is the 17th. But I have the right match card right here for you guys. So that brings us to the end of the new departure shows, you guys. Night 1, night 2, we have new champion. Both nights. Yeah, who was expecting that? I sure wasn't. We have two kind of faction-ish breakups and potentials starting in all kinds of places. We have a new challenger for the junior tag team titles in Eita and Kondo. We have, like, oh my gosh, what a weekend to completely flip Noah kind of on its head and start the second half of this year with some interesting and new stories going into the N1 victory. Holy shenanigans. What a weekend. I am exhausted and still recovering from this. So that being said, we're going to wrap the show up before we get to that hour mark. You guys, leave your thoughts, comments down below about what you thought about any of the matches. Did we expect Kenta to be GHC heavyweight champion at the end of the weekend? I know I sure didn't. Did we expect Yohei to retain? I know the Horde overwhelmingly did. I was going for HAYATA. I wanted HAYATA 2 belts. There's still time. Just saying. HAYATA, you're on your own now. Maybe we're going to take Galeno. You took Ishikawa. You can take Galeno. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here, you guys. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to OLE, and turn on notifications to be alerted every time we drop a new video. And also make sure you follow OLE on all of its socials to see when all of our other shows are coming out as well as any extra little content, little predictions. Astra Pizarro is going to start putting out more predictions for her NXT and WWE shows. Inspiring a Melball. Maybe she'll start doing the same for the Noah ones. We'll have to wait and see how she does. So, also, if you're wanting a daily dose of Melball, you can follow me on that X thing at Collins Melball. You can follow me on everything else: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, and Blue Sky at Melball Collins. If you're wanting to watch some pro wrestling, Noah, I will leave their link to their YouTube in the description box down below. You get a lot of extra content. If you don't understand Japanese, it might be a little bit confusing. However, there is still some extra fun to just watch, like Kaito Kiyomiya and HAYATA trying spicy noodles. It went about as well as you would expect. You can also check out Wrestle Universe, which is where I watch all of my pro wrestling Noah. I will leave a link for you in the description box down below. It is 1,298 yen, or approximately 13-ish. I don't know how to do the hand signal for that one, but 13-ish Canadian, depending on my dollar bills. It's a great price to watch some amazing wrestling, because not only do you get Pro Wrestling Noah, you get Marigold, you get Marvelous, you get DDT, you get Tokyo Joshi Pro, so many great companies. So go ahead and go check that out, and then you can talk with me. You can talk with me about all the stuff that we're talking about on here, and Melball likes to talk her professional wrestling. So, that all being said, you guys, I am your Melball. Matane. Mwah!